Hello, I'm ABX Toycat and welcome back to another video. We are now just weeks or maybe even days away from the next big update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation finally releasing, and it's really exciting times. However, I realize not everyone follows these updates as closely as I do, so this video is to let you know about every single confirmed feature that we've seen in screenshots so far, as well as every confirmed feature that's been implied by 1.8, and then finally features that we don't entirely know if they're going to be in the update or not, and that we get to find out on the day it does come out, so you can know what you should be looking forward to and what, might be a surprise and what might not be. So that's what we're doing in today's video. I very much appreciate a like on it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me want to see more stuff like this. But let's get straight into it, shall we? So yeah, I think we've seen every screenshot they're going to show us of this update now, because last year with Title Update 19, which released at roughly the same time, they basically, the last screenshot they showed off was off the brand new tutorial world at the time, this thing right here. And yeah, as you might know, the last screenshot we saw of Title Update 31 was actually this tutorial world right here. And although this was a work in progress, I still think it's probably the last one they're going to show off, because they've shown off 5 now, 1 for each console. It just makes sense like that. So let's just assume that there isn't going to be any more screenshots, because there probably isn't. And let's start talking about the first screenshot we were shown all the way back at the end of September. So this first screenshot, as you can see, shows off quite a few things, some of which you might have forgotten since then. First of all, it's a Mesa Biome. That's something no one can forget. All the cool Mesa, biomes, as well as the Mesa Biome, because it's a special variant of it. You can also see red sand here for the first time, also confirmed red sandstone, and you can see a guardian, you can see granite, you can see a slime block, and you can also see 2 new types of fish. That is a salmon and that is a puffish, and that's also a cooked mutton. So this first screenshot was just kind of mind-blowing, because this was only a little bit after they confirmed the next update was going to be based on 1.8, and it's like, oh wow, guardians and new biomes, what a nice combination. And this update, this screenshot right here kind of shows it off right there. So yeah, this was the first screenshot. This was the one that was really exciting. I think this had the most cool stuff, because new fishing's awesome, guardians are awesome, it's all pretty good. But yeah, then the second screenshot came out and was like, this one's very sneaky, but there is in fact a rabbit there. You can actually see behind the that's actually Harry Gordon, one of the developers. It's behind his head right there as he's reading the Stampy book. So you can see that is a rabbit confirmed in this second screenshot. This is all they've really confirmed. Rabbits were one of the bigger features for a lot of people, because if you like non-hostile mobs, you like cool things in Minecraft, rabbits are a big thing. So this one got its own screenshot. There's nothing else in the screenshot that I found or anyone else has found. You could argue that's like a spruce forest in the background, but it's just too hard to tell. So moving on from the second screenshot, we got this third screenshot, which was of a mega Taiga biome. You can tell it's a mega Taiga biome because it's got some podzol or some grass, coarse dirt. I get the two confused. But you can also see there is some endermites on there, and in its inventory is entirely full of new flowers. So it's got stuff like the rose bush, it's got stuff like tulips, it's got the azure bluet, I think it's called. It's got all the new flowers in the inventory. It's got the endermite right in front of him on the screen, and it's also got an armor stand in the background for there, and then it's got what presumably is an ice spike in the background, but it's a little bit too hard to tell because this was taken on a PS Vita, and it was a picture of a PS Vita in the background, meaning it's a little bit hard to tell, but you can see lots of new stuff, including ferns, including podzol, including a mega Taiga, and all the new flowers. So if you like your sunflowers, you like any flower, it's all cool, and also armor stands. But yeah, that was the third screenshot. The fourth screenshot showed off bunnies, showed off the new enchantment system, the 1.8 enchantment system. It showed off granite again, but then polished granite, andesite, polished andesite, and diorite, and polished diorite, and then also ice spikes biome right up close. You can't miss it, it's everywhere. And then after this fourth screenshot, that was of course the last one with lots and lots of stuff, we got this fifth one of the new tutorial world as they're building it, and it looked like it was just like, oh, there's a new tutorial world, that's cool. Also, tall grass, we haven't seen that before, it was just implied. But since then, you can also see there is a roof forest to the far right there, and you can also see one of the first brand new console exclusive blocks for quite some time, and that is the smooth sandstone stairs. So yeah, smooth sandstone stairs were confirmed by this one, and that's all of the confirmed features we've seen 100% like in screenshots and stuff, and that we can say like beyond any doubt is in the game, because they literally have been in the game at least for some time through the screenshots. So after learning about that big list of features that we've seen and we know 100% are going to be the update, what about ones that we don't know 100% but we know like 99.9%? So if you're wondering how we know something 99.9%, basically they said this update would be based on 1.8, and it would be very weird for them to just miss something out. They've done that a couple of times, but with things that really made sense, and that's why they're in the maybe category. But stuff like command blocks, obviously we don't have a keyboard and console, so that'd be really tricky. And stuff like large biomes, when you have really small worlds, you don't need that world type. There are a couple of the examples, also hardcore, but there are very few exceptions as to things they don't put on, and usually there's a good explanation as to why. So these features, unless there's some weird explanation that we're just not seeing, will be in the update as well as all of that stuff. So the most obvious place to start on this is all of the new biomes we haven't seen. There is a bunch of new biomes. No, we're going up from like 23 to 52. I don't know the exact numbers, but we're getting like more than 20 or 30 new biomes, and we've only seen like 4 or 5 in the screenshots. This doesn't mean we're just getting 4 or 5 new biomes. biomes, it means that, we've only seen those, and pretty much every new biome is basically confirmed. There's no reason why they'd be like, you know what, it's really easy to make Mesa Biomes and to make Savanna Biomes, but you know what, when it comes to, like birch forests, they're just too difficult. How do we make all the trees birch? We can't. That's not happening at all. So all of the new biomes are also going to be confirmed. This includes stuff like, like I mentioned, the birch forest. There's also the spruce forest. There's sunflower plains. A bunch of small variations on existing biomes, flower forests. All these sorts of things are things. But the big ones are the ones we've already seen. The ice spikes, the savanna, the mesa, the dark oak, all this sort of stuff. So alongside the new biomes, one thing that we're also probably going to be seeing that we haven't properly seen in these screenshots is the actual ocean monument itself. So the ocean monument is where the guardians come from, and it also contains sea lanterns. It contains, it contains elder guardians, which are another crazy mob. It contains all these things that we haven't probably seen because there's no proper photo opportunity that's not just taking a picture of it, but I imagine we are going to be getting them. There's no good reason for them not to be there, besides maybe space constraints. They might be rare, but they probably will exist. Again, there's no good reason for them not to, so let's just assume they will do. So, besides that, we haven't seen either of the new enchantments. There's going to be Depth Strider, which is to allow you to get underwater easier. We haven't probably seen that. We haven't seen any of the new potions. There's going to be water breathing, and there's going to be jumping, and we also haven't seen the new food. We've seen a couple of bits of it, some of the new fish and the mutton, but we haven't seen rabbit stew, for instance. We haven't seen cooked rabbit, and that's probably because they just showed off the rabbit. Everyone loves rabbits. You don't want to cook it and put it in a screenshot. I imagine so anyway. So, yeah, beyond that, it's mostly just small stuff, like I said, the sponge, as well as stuff like individual blocks and the small changes, redstone changes, they make a slight change to it, stuff like putting buttons on the ceiling of blocks. It's not necessarily something that can make it into one of these 5 screenshots. And then finally, I think it's the banner block. I think that's the only one that, the only big one that I haven't mentioned so far. These features are all also going to be in there too. So lots and lots of stuff. Every single PC feature you can imagine right now is going to be coming, but there are a few that we're not 100% sure on, and we're not even close, because there's a lot of features that we're not sure if all of the consoles can handle, and if not all of them can handle them, they might decide not to do them. So first of all, there is the amplified world. So this is the first in the category of features that might be coming that we get to find out as a surprise on the day, because amplified is a really cool PC setting that makes your worlds much, taller and have much bigger drops. And they're fun to play on, but the big problem with them is that it says they require B for PC, and in reality, that just means that it sometimes has a little bit more frame rate issues, and sometimes there are also issues in the, actual creation of it. So I guess they might be coming, double the load times for making a world on the 360 might be painful. Like, can you wait 2 minutes? I'd hope that they just give the option and say, probably don't do this unless you really want to. But yeah, amplified worlds are something we don't entirely know if they are going to be coming or not. Another one along the same lines is spectator mode. Spectator mode is game mode 3 on the PC, and it's basically kind of like adventure mode, except you're in creative, so you can fly around, fly through blocks, and you can spectate mobs, but you can't interact with the world in any way. It's just so you can stare at whoever's in the world already. That might be a weird idea for the console right now, so I imagine potentially not, but it would be cool if it does come. And then also, there's a bunch of new commands in the next update which require the command block, and although the command block, is something they retextures and they keep retexturing for every text pack, they haven't really said any attention that they're going to put in the next update, but it could be a nice surprise, like, oh yeah, we've got this big update. Also, command blocks. Again, it's something that's on the potential list of things that are happening, but not necessarily confirmed in any way. Finally, the big one, it's actually a 1.7 feature, it came out in 1.7.10, is Minecraft Realms. So Minecraft Realms is one of my favorite PC features because of the fact that if you do bring that to console, you essentially fix the server problem. Right now, if you try to play with friends, it's not a great experience because if one guy has a slightly bad connection, everyone gets a very bad connection, and that's not too great, right? And basically, Minecraft Realms is servers, but owned by Mojang themselves, and even if you have to pay for them, which I think because you play for Xbox Live wouldn't be too great, or for PSN Plus, but even if you have to pay for them, the idea that you can play on someone else's server, they don't need to leave their Xbox on all the time, is a great thing. I think the console really needs. Again, I don't think necessarily it's going to be coming in this update, but I think the support for it is probably going to be there, but we are going to have to wait until the update does come out. So I hope you did all enjoy this video. Let me know what your favorite feature that is going to be in this next update, or your favorite unconfirmed ones so far in the comments down below. This video took a lot of going through and saying everything, but I hope you did all enjoy it. I'm very curious as to what which ones of these surprise features will be in the update and which ones won't. When the update does come out, I'll be testing it like crazy crazy on my channel and just in general, as well as digging into the game code, because with the last update we found all of the files for 1.8 items. Imagine if we dig into the game code this time and we find a bunch of exclusive items they're planning for the next update. Or, you know, maybe there's a bunch of exclusive items that are in the game files that you can access through modding. That's something we get to find out when the update comes out. I will keep you up to date with it all. If you do like the video, please do like it and let me know. Share it if you really likes it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. The title update 31 excitement train keeps on rolling, and I'll see you all at the next stop, which is the next video. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and goodbye.